Welcome back to White Mountains Today. My guest, Aretha Stoddard, is joining us from Starting Point. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starting Point?
Well, Starting Point's been around for a little over 40 years. And it's an agency that provides free and confidential services for victims of domestic and sexual violence, stalking, and human trafficking right here in Carroll County.
Okay. And we were having a nice conversation before. And not, again, it's not to be dramatic, but just to bring light to the fact that these things are happening and there is a need for your services that you provide and the volunteers that you staff, technically. So tell us about your volunteer program that you have.
Oh, yeah, sure. So we started with volunteers 40 plus years ago. And they continue to be a really important and essential part of our staff. And we are building a robust program, rebuilding after the pandemic. And we just had in October a training, and there's been enough interest that we're going to have another one in January. Great. And I have 5 applicants right now, and I'd happily take another 5 or 10 even.
Wonderful.
It's a intense program. We're governed by New Hampshire RSA laws for our confidentiality.
Yep.
But once you've made the commitment to the training, the commitment to volunteering can be broad.
Okay.
Anything from one time a year with an event, or 7 days a week on the crisis line, or something in between.
Okay.
And volunteer jobs range from outreach and prevention to direct service work.
Okay.
So,
how does somebody become a volunteer with you?
It's really easy. Just contact me at community@startingpointnh.org.
Okay.
And go on our website at startingpointnh.org. Don't forget the NH.
Yes.
And you can get to us or give us a call at 447
Okay.
2494.
Great.
And the classes will start sometime in January. It's usually Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 8, and we'll get those dates out real soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a gift card program that goes along with helping all of the people that you help. That really intrigued me. So tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. It's that time of year, and for us it's always that time of year, but the holidays, as joyful as they can be for some, they're very difficult for others.
Yeah.
So having the gift cards is helpful in just getting essentials really any time of the year. And as we said, not to be dramatic, but it can be a tank of gas can be the difference between fleeing a violent situation or having to stay. And a majority of the people who show up at our shelter or have been made homeless due to their victimization arrive with nothing more than the shirts on their back.
Right.
And so the empowerment of being able to just hand somebody a gift card so they can go to the supermarket or to a department store or to gas up their car, get their essentials, underwear, socks, PJs for the kids, is part of the healing process.
Right.
It's also really helpful to our advocates who oftentimes answer a call at 3 a.m. And of course we have a system of, we log our gift cards, and we have an allotment, which is a lot easier to just grab when you're headed to the hospital or to meet somebody than to have to put a ticket in and go through all of the other systems to do that. So the gift cards are incredibly helpful, and not just for the essentials, but like we said, for the empowerment that it provides for both the victim and the advocate.
Right, to be able to make that choice to say, I want this now, and I want to choose this for my kids, or give them the joy of choosing their own little things because they had to leave everything behind. It's just a fresh, positive step in a new direction.
Right. It can restore a sense of agency that's they've been abused of.
Right.
But also joy to be able to purchase something for your kid or pick it out yourself.
Right. And that feels good.
It does feel good.
That feels really good to make that choice.
We all love to shop.
Who doesn't, right?
I do not know.
Oh. What else is going on with Starting Point that you can share with us?
Well, we're always up to good mischief, so there's always something going on. And one of the really exciting things that's happened in the past little over a year now, our good friends Joy Tarbell and Eddie Minyard secured a building for us in Conway, our
Wonderful.
Advocacy Center.
Oh, that's
We
so
have
great.
never before had an office where people could just come in off the street if they needed walk-in
Yeah.
services, or spaces to meet with advocates
Mm-hmm.
and victims, and to just we've really enjoyed a lot of like training and forums, and just
Yeah.
people coming in to say, hey, I've been hearing about Starting Point, and dropping off a check. Or the other day a business friend brought 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, because then we can use that money for direct service work.
Right.
So having the Advocacy Center is just an amazing gift. And like I said, it was secured for us, and we're renting right now. But we're about a year into a capital campaign.
Yeah.
That's going really well.
Great.
And we just have one more bump, I think, to get over to secure that.
Good.
If I could, to just say that, there's a lot of ways for us to do work to reduce the incident of domestic and sexual violence. Probably the most important thing is community.
Yeah.
And I've been here my whole life, and I've watched us grow, and have had some concerns about how big we're getting as a community. But I think something that we've done well here is to secure that small town community sense.
Right.
And so, like I said, the most important thing to reducing domestic and sexual violence in our community is to know each other.
Yeah.
And we do. And I have friends all over the country who do this work, and they are always just astonished by how much support we get from our community. Our business community is what floats most of our, our nonprofits. So
I agree.
our gratitude there is huge. And,
Absolutely.
And the Advocacy Center, I think, is a shining example of that, and is the key to us moving forward in prevention.
Right. It's wonderful being part of a small town.
Yeah.
I mean, we have grown significantly, but so many of the friends and faces, they've all stayed the same, and keeping that tight-knit community.
We know each other, and the safety net for victims, when a business supports through sponsorship, Starting Point, and their name ends up on our website or on a banner,
Right.
victims know that that's a business that's safe and that cares about them. And so the business is saying, you're not alone. And that's key to healing. But also for us as advocates, there's only 10 of us doing the work. And it's we had 600 clients more than 600 clients last year, who each require a huge number of services. So for us to know that that we have our community supporting us is really helpful. And things like, we have a lot of partnerships, everything from the schools, the police, DCYF, mental health, the Humane Society, the partnerships all over, courts, the hospitals, and to resources are huge in networking for us in our work. But to not only know the agency that you need to contact, but you actually know the agent.
Right.
So you're like, hey, Wendy, I need some help here.
Yes.
And you know that extension, and business gets done in the speed of light. So,
But that there's trust there.
and there's trust.
and you
there's,
trust that person is going to follow through on such an important task.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're always training and helping our partners understand trauma-informed advocacy and in the empowerment model that we use. But we also have partners who are out there who have been through the training over and over again, and are very aware of what we do. And so that really helps us to just advance more quickly in securing safety for victims and their children.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you accepting or in need of any donations of any kind?
Yeah, let me
through
think
the
about
winter?
that. Yes, always,
Yeah,
always.
okay.
We don't have storage for just collecting things, which is difficult because we're always in need. But it depends on what the victims need.
Right.
But we're again, gift cards are huge because then we can get those things easily. Gently used clothing is helpful. It's easy to get in this community.
Yeah.
again, that networking, you know, house burns down on Tuesday and we got it rebuilt by Wednesday. So when we do need that, we send out a message. So anybody interested in sort of staying on top of that could subscribe to our e-news.
Okay.
We often put out pleas there. We do need essentials, you know, just the price of cleaning.
Toiletries and
Yeah,
things.
we don't need toilet paper anymore.
No, no toilet paper. Toiletries, but maybe not toilet paper.
Toiletries and, you know, cleaning supplies and things like that. And then, yeah, paying attention to our pleas on Facebook and the community bulletin boards and through our e-news.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're always asking, and I have to say we're always receiving.
Good.
Thanks to this community.
Oh, I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you're looking for a good organization to donate to, gift cards are openly accepted, especially through the holiday season, but through the winter and any time of year.
All the time.
Please send along your donations to Starting Point. Retha, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having
Thank you.
us.
You're watching White Mountains Today.